So I apologize for the title. I think most YouTubers would agree with me. I wouldn't title it something so vague if I didn't have to, but I think this is actually a really important video, and it really sucks that I have to title it something like this for people to actually watch it, but this is something that I want people to watch. So again, I apologize, but I think this is actually an important video. So for most of my life, actually all of my life, I've attended the same school. I'm going to boarding school next year, but the current school I've been at for 13 years. The boarding school thing isn't really a big deal. I've known about it for a while. It wasn't really necessary to tell you guys because my content's not really gonna change that much as a result of that. There's a bunch of stuff that's coming over the summer, but don't worry, it's not gonna be a big deal. I'm still gonna be able to make videos and everything. It's gonna be fine. That's not the point though. The point is, for the majority of my life, I've been a rule follower, up until recently. I'm just supposed to do what I'm told. You know, that's obviously the best thing for me, and I shouldn't really challenge anything. And so I think, like, probably the most important thing that has ever happened to me is having this realization that maybe what's currently happening isn't really the best thing. Maybe it's actually really, 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 really messed up. But I think the other really important thing to note is that when I say challenge something, I mean challenge it, but also propose a solution. When I'm talking about this, I don't mean just being an edgy teen and be like, oh dude, screw school bro, I just want to go like get lit with my friends. That's not what I'm talking about at all. See, if you just complain, but you don't propose a solution, you are just part of the problem. No one cares about people that complain because you're not helping anybody. You have to be the guy that complains and then proposes a solution to the problem. Complaining is important because you have to understand what the problem is, but if you don't tell people how to fix it, you're literally doing no one any good. But this realization that, like, you know, maybe our education system is actually really messed up, and maybe it's actually up to someone like me to challenge it and to fix it, and that it's not about being an edgy teen and saying school sucks and going out and partying with friends, but instead looking at it and saying, you know what? This is really bad, and someone needs to fix it, and then coming up with an actual solution for how to fix it. So I just brought up education, I brought up school, and I'm not gonna dive into this right now. I'm gonna make another video very soon about this, but that's not really the point of this video actually. I mean, education is something that's been a big part of my life recently, and it's something that sort of fueled all of the stuff that I've done. But the point of this video is not just school. The point of this video is, don't just accept like what other people tell you, or like even what adults, I think more importantly what adults tell you, because a lot of people say, oh, you know, they're adults, they must know better, they must know what's right. And it's not to discredit adults, but don't take everything as like set in stone. Don't just assume that an adult knows what's better. Don't just assume that the current system is the best. Don't just assume because your parents tell you you gotta do your homework that that's what you should be doing with your time. I'm not telling you that any one thing won't be right. I'm telling you to challenge it, to just think, you know, maybe that's not right. Challenge something and then propose a solution to it. Don't just accept stuff. Don't just be a rule follower, but don't also be that idiot who just complains about everything and just wastes his life. Like, that's not what I'm telling you to do. I'm telling you to be the really smart guy that says, you know what, this is fucked up. This is really fucked up, and I'm gonna fix it. And you're never gonna figure out what's messed up if you just follow all the rules and do what everyone else tells you and do what everyone else is doing. That's the thing, is it's like, if you just do what everyone else does and just follow what your parents say and your friends say and your teachers say and whoever, first of all, I mean, hey, it's your life. Me personally, that would be boring as hell. I would never want to do that. But even if that's your thing, if the system is actually broken, it's just going to perpetuate the problem. Which is a big issue for me, because as I said, I know I'm being like sort of vague, because I want to give you guys, I always like to give specific examples, and I could give a million specific examples right now about education, but this video would just go on for too long, and I want to save it for something else. Here's my point. It doesn't even matter if it's school. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's a school, if it's, I don't know, something in the government, if it's a social construct, don't just assume that things are the best way they can be. And don't just assume that because an adult tells you to do something that you should do it. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying, think about it before you do it and be like, hey, maybe this isn't the right way to do it. But again, very important, don't just complain. Don't just complain. Do something about it. You can tell people what's wrong, you gotta tell them how they can fix it, because nobody cares if you sit there and whine and complain about something and don't tell people how to fix it. No one's gonna listen. No one's gonna care. On that note, I hope you guys did enjoy. I apologize. I don't like to make these videos as vague as this one was, but it was just something I wanted to get off my mind. And like, it's seriously been a big change in my life. Where at school, I used to always do my homework. I used to always study for my tests. I used to care about grades. And then I realized, wow, the system is completely broken and it is completely useless. And in fact, it is actually harmful to students. And that's what I'm trying to fix. I got a lot of videos coming soon. You guys aren't even ready. We got a lot of awesome stuff coming soon, but I want to make this video, set it up. And again, I apologize. I don't even know what I'm gonna title this, but it's probably gonna be vague. I apologize again. I just want some people to see this because I hope it really does impact you. Because seriously, take it from me. There's a lot of things in the world that you might think are sort of, you know, the best they are, but it's not true. It's not true. And you could just look at history and you can figure out that it's not true. But look for the stuff that isn't obvious, right? It's obvious that there's a bunch of social problems. It's obvious that, you know, immigration is a problem. It's obvious that there's, I don't know, too many white men in the government. Those are all obvious problems. Look for the subtle problems, like the subtle problems in education, the subtle problems in the government, the ones that aren't as obvious, the subtle problems in, you know, in the business market, and I could go on. You guys know what I'm saying, but look for the problems that everyone else hasn't found, because that's where it's really interesting. Because if you're a rule follower, you're going to see all those problems too. You're going to see the problems with immigration. You're going to see the problems in the governments. Look for the stuff that you wouldn't find, like the problems with education, like the problems that are really subtle, like the little things that adults will just tell you are the way it is. Alright, I've been rambling too much. I hope you guys did enjoy this. I really hope this helped you. Like, take this to heart if you can, and I challenge you to challenge something and then tell me how to fix it. On that note, if you guys did enjoy, please feel free to leave a like. I got a lot of these IRL type videos coming soon. I got a lot of awesome stuff coming, guys. You are gonna be very excited. But thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, I'll catch you all in the next video.
Might kill the scene when I roll up. Might make some green, get my gold up. Might have to prove what I told you. I'm too woke, but they sleeping like a coma. Damn, that boy, he got the waves. Damn, that boy, he on the way. Got a couple babes, they just wanna